Hello everybody, I'm Gabriel from Italy, and today I'm going to show you the first tutorial that I'm going to make about infographics on After Effects. I know you guys are normally maybe sometimes buying infographics online, some templates. I don't know exactly what they are selling, but I know that you have your infographics designed as they do, and that's it. I mean, you can't really change a lot of that. So, and now I'm gonna show you what I made last year, and I took quite a lot of time to make it, but anyway, so let's have a look. Just quickly, we have all these kind of different infographics, from columns, triangles, and little mans and circles, percentages. Let's have a look today exactly at one circle, one percentage, because I think that there are many times that they're asking you to insert inside a video a percentage. So let's go quickly to make this circle. Let's make a new composition, 1920 1080 square pixels, 25 frames, full resolution. Oh, say even automatic, but I'm going to set it later. Yeah, automatic. I use in adaptive resolution just to increase our speed while we are working. Let's make a new shape layer, and we are going to call this circle 1. And to make this circle, I found out that the quickest way was instead to create a small rectangle. We make it just in the middle, but we don't care a lot, because we are going to set its size here to 10 of width and 100 of height. Alright, so its position will be exactly in the middle, but we are going to make a trick to make the circle. We're going to use the repeater. The repeater is already inside in After Effects. Will allow us to make different copies of our rectangle. I'm going to say, so what it is making? I mean, what's the purpose of using the repeater? Well, we are going to repeat the circle many times all around instead of going straight. So for doing this, we have to set on the repeater, we're going to transform rotation to 1 degree, so that they will curve a bit, 1 degree, you can see here. But also we have to set the position of -400 on the y-axis. And not only this, the position of the first copy from the first will be 0. So you see that they are all closely, now they are free, they are all here. And if we increase the copies, they're going to go all around like this. So if you understand now, we have many copies, about 400 maximum. It should be, but because maybe oh, there we go, 10. We removed the link between width and height. 10, 100, as I said before. Now it's time to make the second circle. That will be basically the copy of this. So we press duplicate, put it here. In this case, we'll we will set the distance from of the rectangle position. Basically, instead of, you see, rectangle 1 transform position minus 240, and then we will increase the distance between the copies. So repeater transform rotation could be instead around 10, yes, 10 degrees. And then you see that now we have less copies here, but we are going to make it thinner. To make that, we put the size of the rectangle number 2. we'll set it to 1 of width. Alright, yes. So now we have the copies. Okay, in this case the copies will be less than before, because of course we are taking less time to cover all the degrees, and it will be around 36, I would say. Yes, 36 is the maximum, and at the same time the copies of the external circle will be 360. So now we have only to add the counter. The counter will be the layer. It's a null object layer that will give basically the number that we want, the information that we want. And so we call it counter, and we place it here, top full, even if it doesn't matter. And we put the slider control effect onto the counter. Now we have this slider that will help us to link the copies of this repeater, and we do alt click, so alt key, click onto the keyframe clock here, and then we select the counter, come back here, and we link this pick whip to the slider of our slider control that is on the null object. So now you see it's 0, so it will be 0. Then we do the same thing with the other repeater. So alt and click on the clock, and click on the whip, click on the counter, click on the whip, and link it to the slider again. So now we have everything is at 0. And if we are going to modify this value, we see that the copies of the outer circles are obviously less. So within 36, we have completed this inner circle, but not the outer circle. So to fix this problem, I found out another trick. Okay, so to fix this, we are going to circle 1, then we go to copies, and then from here, what we do is to do multiplication per 4. Okay, I was wrong. The rotation of the outer circle is 0.9 degrees, so we see that it's exactly 25 when it's set on 25, because the percentage, we have to imagine that starts from 0 and goes to 25. From here we can go up to 100. You see, 100 is exactly here. Now we are going to fix also the inner circle, and here we are going to set instead the copies, dividing them by 2.8. Let's see if it works. Yes. Yeah, this number is again another number that I have had to experiment because it was quite hard to reach the exact. Oh yeah, even 2.7 will be working. Yes. 2. So we divide this expression onto the copies of the repeater of the rectangle number 2. We divide by 2.7, and that is following exactly our percentage. Now the last part is the number, which is obviously giving us the clear information that we need. Let's remove this, and we're going to put here the text. The source text will be given by a code. So in this case, again, we will click Alt, click onto the clock here, and then we are going to copy this code that I will put under my video, so you can find it there. It's a counting code that was made for another purpose, but I changed it, putting basically there is thisComp.layer counter effect slider control is giving the begin counting, and then there is the stop counting, which is the same thing, and basically it's our slider value that we set before, and yeah, and at the end I added just a percentage here. So, well, I don't want to go too much in deep with this because the video will be too long, but anyway, it is already long. I copy this and then copy it onto source text expression layer, and now I have here, as you can see, the number that was on the slider. So let's set now the color to yellow. Let's set the size a bit more, and this text layer, we're going to move it. Maybe the anchor point should be a bit like this and a bit like this. We can size up a bit more, and again anchor point. Can vary. Okay, let's center it. Now going back to the counter. Well, we are almost done, guys, so it's just about, you see, he's counting from 0. Oh, be careful because it's also going to minus. So if you set the minus value, it's going to make this, but then it goes up to 100, and then it can go even more, but we don't need this. So let's imagine it that is starting from 0. So we have just this. Let's make a keyframe of this slider, and we want to set after 3 seconds the value 56. Alright, so now it's starting from 0 and it's going to 56, just linear, normal, but maybe want to add some fancy stuff to it because, I mean, it will be a bit sad. Let's set the size of the scale of the number to 0 at the beginning, and then let's move off some keyframes. Set another keyframe of 100. Let's say after 6 keyframes, and then we do the same with this. So basically the size height and the position actually not the path. Position of the rectangle here and the size here. Be careful because they have two different positions. This is the transform position of the rectangle. Here's the transfer position of the path. So from here, from basically going to make this. After 6 frames, we set this, and we come back to the first, where we set 0, and we set also, coming back here, put the final position, but we set at the beginning the 0 position. So now it will start from the center, and it will come up like this, and then it will go basically up to 56%. And so now let's have a look at all pressing U. You can see all the keyframes. Let's make a bit more funny, and I'm using motion script that I bought from Infographics. I'm going to put the link for this as well. And using this script, we can easily insert the ease keyframe blending, keyframe interpolation, easy in and easy out at the same time. So we can set it to 15, for example, maybe 34, and now every keyframe has got an easy in and easy out. So let's have a look. You see that now the movement is more natural, it's more bouncy. No, it's not bouncy, it's just smooth, and it goes up to 56 very, very smoothly. But it's not enough. I want to add some bouncing now. So now let's add some just a slight pop that will give in the end, maybe let's put it to 2 seconds. So we have our percentage that goes up to 56. Then we can do a slight increase to 59, and we go back to 56 in a second. Not in a second, but in less than 4 or 5 frames. So now we have just this little bounce. Nah, don't like this. We will use this easy in out, and maybe we move a bit. Let's see again. Let's move this first keyframe. Alright, that's what I wanted. And then just a bit of pop here of the circle here at the end. So we put another keyframe onto the final frame where we have the value precise, and then we put an increase of size of the height, 124, and then we go back to 100 after a few frames. You can actually choose, you can try yourself, because these are not strict values to put. And then we also increase here the size of the rectangle, or the width of the rectangle. So I just set to this first keyframe. Right, now maybe this. So it will be 1, then we go up to 10, the width of our small rectangles, and then they go to 1 again later. So highlight, and just maybe even a bit of scaling of the number here. Then again 1 at the same time of the other, 110%, and back to 100. Everything has to be exactly on the same wait a second, on the same frames. You see, at the same time they go up and down. And there we go. Okay, it's done, guys. This is our percentage circle made for you and ready to use for every project. You can change your font, you can change your colors. You just go, you do fill, and you can actually you make another composition, like a main composition. You put this comp here, comp1, fill on it. You put blue color, right? You can see now it's blue. You can choose every color you want. So that's it, guys. It's my first tutorial. I know that I'm slightly bad still at explaining myself, and sometimes I stop, but well, I will surely increase my quality on the next tutorials. I hope you find this useful. So check my website, check my YouTube channel, and soon I will be also on ConNotes. I will put the link for everything, so don't worry, you can follow me and find new tutorials. Have a nice one, and see you next time. Bye.